Happy Hump Day. It's Mac. Uh, we're building Slave One. It's going to be great. I have a great T-shirt. Um, Sorry for the rough start. At least I started on time, right? Um, so yeah, Slave One. We have seen it a million times. I think we first saw it when it was Jango Fett Slave One, and then we all know what happened to Jango Fett, and then of course Boba Fett inherited the ship from there, and we first saw Boba Fett in Empire Strikes Back, of course. Um, so it was only through the prequel trilogies that we saw Slave One for the first time. Yep. Third time's the charm. And I find it interesting that in just a couple months, I'll also be building Jango Fett Slave One, although it will regrettably be when I get back from the cruise. So, unless something happens between now and then, and Lego's like, "Hey, do you want to be like an insider with us? We'll give you all the builds before they release," and I'd be like, oh, "Yeah, sure, man. You go ahead and send me those builds. I'd love to build them out before release day and do a stream and all that good stuff." But I don't really see that happening anytime soon. Maybe in like 5 years, but not with just over 3 months in the channel. And yeah. So Slave One, Jango Fett Slave One will be the first UCS build after I get back from the cruise the first week of May. So I'm looking forward to that. It'll be interesting because this one will still be fresh in my mind. So anyways, before I begin, let's talk about schedule. So I'm going to try to go to 9:30 or 10 Central tonight because I'm trying to still get 3 hours in. And then Friday will be 6 like normal. And I might go a little late on Friday because I can afford to go late because it's the weekend, Saturday morning. Just sleep in. It's no big deal unless it's too late for you all. But I figure if it's too late for you all will just drop off and you'll catch the end of it later. Now, if I project that I'm going to be doing this until midnight Friday night, then I'll probably just do a Saturday stream at 6, like like the normal time, and then maybe do something Sunday. So assuming we finish on Friday, like I think we'll finish on Friday, Saturday will be a mock. I wanted to build the acclimator, and I still might build the acclimator. I'm still sorting and inventorying pieces from Bricklink, and I have one shipment done, one shipment 2/3 done, but the big shipment isn't done yet. It hasn't even started yet, and I still have one coming Friday. And it's the Friday one that concerns me. Like, am I going to be able to get everything inventoried and make sure I have it before I start? Because if I don't have the pieces before I start, I don't think I'm going to get them around here. I'm going to have to do another Bricklink thing. So all I can say is that Saturday it will be a mock. Tonight or tomorrow, I'm going to post the 2 castle mocks I'm thinking of, and I'll let you guys pick which castle mock it will be. Either one, they look beautiful, and I'm sure either one you guys will be like, "This is cool." But I am, it'll be acclimator or it'll be a castle mock, but it will be a mock. And then once that mock is done, it will be the Sandcrawler. Funny story about the Sandcrawler is, I went to a minifig store, but I actually had already purchased all those UCS sets already online. Like, I was in St. Louis, I purchased them. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll come in there and I'll get them the next day. And they didn't have the Sandcrawler on. So I go in there and I pick up, all the stuff. and then put it in the car, and I come back in, and I see that sandcrawler sitting there. I'm like, is that for sale? And they're like, yeah, we just got it in today. Someone sold it to us, and we just haven't put it in the inventory. I'm just like, yeah, go ahead and sell it to me, because I mean, I've got all these other UCS sets. I already spent a terrible amount of money. What is another extra? I think it was $700 or $800. So that's how I ended up getting the Sandcrawler. Now I didn't know about brittle browns back then, so I digress. We're getting way off the point, but still, Slave 1. So let's go ahead and unbox it. So here she be, and here she is sealed. You can see, still sealed. I don't remember how much I paid for this. I think it was somewhere around $600 or something like that. I don't think this was an eBay purchase. I think this was a minifig shop purchase. So, yep, it's just shy of 2,000 pieces. It's got a Boba Fett as a fig, which I think is actually worth a fair amount of money. What's in the box? Hello, Shifty. So, one of these days, I'm afraid, seriously, from, oh, no, this doesn't have brittle brown, right? One of these days, one of these e-bot, like, if it was a new inbox purchased from eBay, which means, of course, it's become unsealed, and some of these older sets, the tape is just so bad that they just become unsealed on their own. If it's been unsealed, I've looked and I've seen, okay, well, these are pieces, but people have purchased sets off of eBay and they've got it, and it's just basically pasta on the inside, and I'm really nervous that happening to me on stream. That will be a stream for the books. So let's see. I am being a little ambitious tonight. I think I'll try to go to 6, but I really don't think I'll make it that far. So there's 13 bags, so, or at least so far I've picked out 13 bags, so I think going to 6 is probably the best idea. Ten, 8, don't need 7. Sorry, I guess that is a little noisy. That's all part of it, right? Bags are all part of it. Just move all those over there. All right. Don't put the bags away yet. What do you mean? Do you need more bags than 6 to be out? So we got stickers. Not too bad. Although these are kind of big, but Windex will probably do the trick just fine. Yeah, not too many stickers. Not compared to that TIE Interceptor, right? So, okay. So this is where I want to leave off at, like building Han, basically, just before we build Boba Fett. Seems doable. It doesn't seem too terrible. And I don't actually need this. So I'm going to set this over in the corner because I have the iPad. So let's do some music. This is a new playlist, so I've never actually heard this playlist before. And I guess this, we recycle, so let's go into the recycle bin. Oh yeah, I forgot. So it has been 0 days since I have purchased something Lego related. Yep. 0 days. I don't want to dig out bag 7 again, I guess. And I don't want to open up a bag because all of my bins are taken because I'm sorting out all these Bricklink shipments I've been receiving. So I don't even know where I'm going to stick the extra pieces for this at right now. I'm going to just kind of sort these just a little bit, not terribly enough, or not take a terrible amount of time, just enough to where it doesn't look too bad. So I bet this guy has a name, but I'm so ignorant about minifigs and what minifigs come in what set. I am very ignorant. Of course, I know about Boba Fett, but I totally forgot there's any other characters that came in this besides Boba Fett. Makes sense to have Han, of course. But I'm not quite sure why we have a stormtrooper. So the design of this ship was based off of a radar dish, if I recall correctly, and you can see that kind of influence on the ship design. I mean, it's weird. You would not expect a ship to fly in this method. Okay. So we got a little dude's hat around here somewhere. Yes, it is his ship. So who is this guy? I don't know who this guy is. I mean, he looks like some kind of officer, of course, but outside of that, I have no idea. How's the music sound? Everything sound good there? I can't believe I had sound issues. I had 2 sound issues. 2. Oh, it's a Cloud City person? So I caught one of Jang's streams on YouTube yesterday. Now, Jang does not really stream on YouTube anymore. Jang does a lot of reviews and such on YouTube, but those are just filmed previous. He doesn't really do a bunch of live streams on YouTube, and he was doing it yesterday as a fundraiser, so I got to watch him. And I mean, that guy is the pinnacle of Lego YouTube. I mean, he's the summit to aspire to, and I feel like I failed you guys a little bit because I didn't get there today. But so he was talking about a few things yesterday, and then he talked about why he doesn't stream to YouTube anymore. And he said it's basically, it's lower quality, and there's not as many fun things to do. I guess there's more fun things to do in Twitch, which further reinforces that I probably will be multi-streaming in the near future. Like, I won't be abandoning YouTube, but it won't just be YouTube either. And I don't know when that's going to happen. But I imagine I'll probably, if I can, I'll do like my first Twitch stream this weekend. Not quite sure what to expect. But I need to do at least one stream to see what it's like, or their like their chat and their format and all that stuff, which will make Tavo glad. Tavo himself doesn't not actually like YouTube very much, and I don't mind YouTube either. Although I'm a little miffed at how they handled my YouTube promotion. I think that was a poor job. So yeah, I got to watch Jang on stream. And he's just very good. Production quality. He has some neat things that I would be so tempted to try to copy, but I don't want to copy. I just want to kind of do my own thing. But some things that I saw, like, I feel like there's not enough, there's too much of me, and maybe there needs to be less me and more of my hands than me. Like, Jang has like, from his abdomen up, like on screen, on like one side, and then he rotates cameras that all just focus on his hands, which is probably more ideal because, you know, it's probably better to catch some, you know, of what's going on during the construction of this rather than, you know, getting a longer look. And then I'd, hey, never too old for Lego. And then I had my first World of Warcraft raid in what felt like forever yesterday. And it's a pretty fun raid. I think the last boss is a little buggy, so we didn't clear the entire raid in one day, but we got all the way to the end, so that's still a very good start. I'm sure tomorrow we'll get it all done. We also started a little late, so if we had started on time, I think we would have cleared it. And of course, work is busy. That's what we always want, because the worst is when you're home working and you don't have anything to do. You never want to be put in that position. So you always want to, if you run out of work, to try to see if you can get more work. Seven seconds, huh? So I'm pretty happy that there's actually a lot of work out there now for me to do. So I'll be busy for the next couple weeks. I mean, I'm not, I think I'm just a little older than you are. Never too old for Lego. Oh, very cool, very cool. Yeah, I heard Monster Hunter World is a pretty cool game, and I'm tempted to get it, but I just don't think I have the time. And really, if I'm gonna play a game, I'm gonna play a game I've already purchased already. So where I mean, the tip's in your house somewhere, right? Hopefully not lost forever. Well, I hope you can retrieve it. Just the tip. Oh, let's see what else has been going on. Yeah, so we're in the rotation cycle. So normally I would be working on Wednesday nights, but my coworker Josh handles that part of it again, so I'm grateful to him for doing that, so I can do this. But I do make it worth his time, because I actually do the harder part, which is get everything ready. He just kind of has to babysit, but still, it's It's tedious. And unfortunately, we received all the things that we need to in order to start filing taxes. So now we've started that process, which is just a pain. We don't file them because there's too much to worry about anymore for me to just use TurboTax. You know, my wife, she's worked like she's done 1099 work, so it's not like it's basically she's kind of self-employed when she's doing that. And I live in Missouri, but I technically work in Ohio, so that's another thing that we have to worry about. So I have a friend of mine in town that does taxes, but I do miss the days where things were simple and I could, you know, just use TurboTax and then get a nice tax return. We haven't had a tax return in I don't know how long. We're one of those people that pay taxes. It's been a joke around here that that's what my job is for. My job is to go towards paying taxes. Of course, yeah. And the weather has turned cold again, which I'm honestly a little grateful for. I prefer having it be cold than hot, but it's not going to stay cold for very long, I guess. Oh my goodness. I would be very, very upset, Shifty. I would be very upset. Our guy is pretty good. Hey, Tevo. So, I guess I've got something I could show you guys too, but I want to show Tevo especially. So I went into. Oh, did that happen last year, Shifty, where they did that to you? Oh, okay. I remember now. I guess I'll show you guys when I get done with this. Just want to finish this up real fast and then I'll show you guys. So yeah, things have been pretty quiet here, but things are generally pretty quiet where I live anyways. The last big event that happened here was we got McAllister's. That's an interesting little technique for that. I have 2 bricks left over. Oh, okay. Here. All right, so that's the end of step 1. Yeah, I did. Oh no, I've got 2 more here. What did I? Got those. Oh, I think they go here. So I'll be right back. 1 second. So I went to our little hobby store here in town to get pieces for a mills. And I think we spent, I don't know, Tevo and I spent at least 15, 20 minutes sorting through blocks and well, Lego pieces in bulk Lego to get enough for mills. And this is as far as I got. We did not, or I did not get very, very far. So I feel like we cleaned them out pretty good. So I guess I'm going to have to, or maybe I might be building a mills that's a little too big. I don't know, but I did not get very far with the amount of effort it took to get this far. So yesterday I was just chuckling to myself the whole day about how I didn't get very far. All right. Yeah, so actually we're getting another coffee place, believe it or not. Or maybe that's the one. But the place that Wages is going into, I guess somewhere around there, they're going to have a coffee shop too. So, yeah. But I like to go to the local hobby shop, to try to support him where I can. I'd buy more Lego from him if he would stock like the things that come in, and I understand why he's not really, because usually you have to order pallets of that stuff, and he's not going to sell pallets of Lego here. So, I go there when I can. Now, let's see, that the Justifier I got from him, the medieval blacksmith I got from him, that Technic piece, which is the Bush airplane, or the firefighter airplane, actually, I got from him. So, you know, I firmly believe in, you know, supporting small businesses. So I'll go in there and buy stuff when I can, but I think I'm gonna have to do bulk at this point because, I mean, I got a shocking few. I got shocking few progress out of it. But of course, you know, when you do bulk, you know, you're doing it on Bricklink, and you know that's not guaranteed I'm going to get it in a timely fashion either. Some of the people I ordered off of Bricklink, they were pretty quick, but you know, I ordered all the pieces all at the same time, and someone didn't send it until Monday, so that's why it's coming on Friday, and I'm just like, eee. I hope I'll get everything inventoried in time. And the reason why I really want to inventory it is because, like I said, chances are, if I start building out a mock like that, which is big, I mean, it's like 500 pieces or something like that. If I am missing a piece as I'm going along, then I'm not gonna get it here. I'll just have to stop the stream until I get it. Yeah. I mean, I was hopeful. I thought, no, I'll be good. I'll be good. There's a lot here. And then I was just like, oh man, there's not as much as I thought. All right, so pretty good base structure going on right now. Pretty solid. I assume we'll be sticking some things in these holes. I mean, why else would we make such a long chain? No Resh Brown today. Hey Zim. Well, 4 days is, I mean, they're supposed to do these things in sort of a timely fashion, I thought. And people, they sent me wrong pieces too. I mean, the difference in the piece is a thick wall versus a thin wall, because it's like one of the brackets, but the back wall could be thick or thin. And they sent me the thin one, and I assume it's not gonna be a big deal, because I mean, it's still a bracket piece, but I wish they would have sent me what I put my order in for. And I think I also have just some random piece that I didn't order that's just in there. I don't know if it's 3 times the size. I know it's bigger. You know, I've not messaged the seller yet. I want to message the seller once I get done inventorying everything, because I want to see if maybe they stuck the wrong piece in by accident. That's why I have one that's just there. I haven't messaged them about the pieces that they gave me that I didn't necessarily order, because I want to have everything in place and then message them and be like, you know, hey, this is the deal. Hyperbole is my forte. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, I don't know how they have their business set up, but it just seems to me when I receive it, um, well, the two shipments I've looked at so far haven't been too bad, but I've opened up the big shipment, and that's a little intimidating. All of those pieces in there. So I imagine packing it up also has to be a chore. Yeah, I like to. I've always been a fan of supporting small businesses, supporting local restaurants. When we get, people coming into town, I'll always try to take them to, someplace local. But the problem, though, is that a lot of our good local places are closing. I think we've lost some good restaurants. Yes, I can't wrap my brain around it either. Now, don't get me wrong, I am grateful that they have that service. That's not right. And that should be right, actually. I think this is wrong. Like, for example, we don't bring our in-laws when they're into town. We don't take them to Ruby Tuesdays. So, some of you guys that are a little bit more experienced with buying things off Bricklink, maybe you can answer this question for me. So, I got to thinking last night before bed. I was like, if I'm so nervous about building Sandcrawler and dealing with broken pieces, then why don't I just buy extra brittle brown or even brown pieces just in case something breaks? So I thought, that's a pretty good idea. So, this morning in the early AM, I thought I put that idea into action, and then it took me a little while to figure out, first of all, how to take a set that is already out there, not like a mock, but a set, and how to piece it out using Bricklink, and actually it wasn't working out that way. But then I was like, well, maybe I'll try Rebrickable. And sure enough, Rebrickable had the means for me to, you know, basically piece out the Sandcrawler and export it basically to a list in Bricklink. So I nuked all the things except for the reddish brown pieces. And I started, you know, shopping around. Yeah, basically it is the TCG player for Legos, yeah. So anyways, I started, you know, shopping around, and some of the people, it was $487 for the browns I needed. $532, and then 60. And it's like, why did we go from $487 to $60 for the same amount of pieces, just about the same amount of pieces that were used versus new, because some of the pieces are used. I don't think there's a way around it. How did we go from $487 to 60? This is pretty neat. And now I bet we're just going to build the other side. But anyways, that seems like an insane price difference. And I hope I'm not like screwing myself over somehow by choosing like the person that could get the pieces to me for, you know, $80 with shipping and tax and all that versus the guy that could get it to me for $500. So basically, with the exception of some hatch piece, which you only actually had one of, I will have basically enough reddish brown bricks to build 2 Sandcrawlers. And I don't know if these are the brittle ones. Like, when you look at the dates that they're manufactured like 2010 to 2025 is what they said. It would be pretty terrible to go through a bunch of pieces trying to build out Sandcrawler, but I mean, I guess it is what it is. Guess you only need to build it once and then never again. So tonight I did go out to eat with the Whiskey Club. We did not drink whiskey. They will do that later tonight. Normally I would do that on Wednesdays as well, but I had already scheduled this before I knew what day we were meeting, and I feel bad about not going, but I did get to see them today, and I'm also trying to like be consistent. Like, the only time I've ever canceled a stream so far is the day I was sick, and I felt like it would probably not be in everyone's best interest if I did, you know, stream when sick. So that's the only time I've actually, you know, canceled, and I just didn't want to cancel today. So if you guys are tuning in, sorry again I missed you, but there'll be next time. And hey, Area 56 Bricks. I was just gonna say I had a pretty delicious burger when I was at when I was out for dinner, but I bet it wasn't as delicious of a burger as you get at Area 56 Bricks restaurant. I think these are supposed to be flush, and I guess they will be flush when I put something to connect them, but they're not extremely flush right now. Hey, back turn. One of the things I'm also investigating is getting like a wooden tray so that I can just dump the things in the wooden tray and pieces don't go everywhere. I can't remember the name, but of course, you know, Area 56 Bricks is here to speak to it. But he has some restaurant tours in his videos, and he has many Star Wars and other Lego sets in cases, and it looks pretty amazing. So I think I'll have to respond to a text from my wife here in just a second before too much time goes on, because she had a question for me. Reubens are one of my favorite sandwiches. They are delicious. Oh, last sticker time. Yeah, they call that the Kragel. Tevo, they call it the Kragel. Crazy glue. I don't think I would ever use super glue on sets unless there was no other way to continue. So what are you gonna do if you have to take it apart? Yeah, when we went to Miami, I had a Cuban down there, and it was pretty great. Definitely the best Cuban sandwich I've ever had. Yep, that's what I do for the stickers. I just use a little bit of Windex. Lets you kind of move them around a little bit just to make sure that they're in a good spot. And then once you feel they're in a good spot, you just kind of press firmly. And the stickers seal real good. It's my cheat code for stickers. And it has worked very effectively for me. I think that's a tip I picked up from the Lego Reddit. I don't think it was the Lego Star Wars Reddit, the Lego Reddit. So I'm going to let that just dry for a little bit while I continue to build out these other pieces. I've never seen a piece this shape before. Kind of interesting how it's almost like been cut there, gouged. Hey Traylon, how are you doing? Are you enjoying your night off tonight, so to speak, Traylon? Yeah, I would probably be doing that too if I wasn't doing this, and if I didn't have whiskey club tonight, which would be the my other extracurricular activity that happens on a Wednesday night. Like the first Wednesday nights before I did this, I was never really online to do anything because of whiskey club stuff. So interesting. These pieces here just kind of sit in there. I'm sure I'll seal them in here pretty soon, but I just thought it was kind of neat how they just kind of sit in there. Yeah, so we seal them in this step now. Yes, Traylon and I are both in the same World of Warcraft guild, and we had some new stuff release, so there's new stuff to do. And I'll probably be doing a lot of that stuff this weekend, because I have this tonight, and then we've got the raid thing that we got to do tomorrow, and then Friday night I'll be back to doing this. So the weekend I'll be taking care of that stuff. It'll be fun. My two passions in life, well, I guess three passions, is this World of Warcraft and spending time with my wife. So I do anticipate actually streaming at some point. Zim sent me a way of muting Discord so that I don't have to worry about that triggering like some warnings from YouTube or anything like that, because things can get a little interesting in the guild Discord. So, and again, I think I brought up this question before. Should I create a separate YouTube channel if I'm going to stream like gameplay stuff, or should I just keep this one and just, it be like its own little playlist or whatever? Yeah, Traylon, I've wanted this set for a long time after I got into Lego myself, and I just was fortunate enough to get it at a not too expensive price. This is again one of the builds that is I see posted online a lot. Oh wow, look at these bricks. That's a kind of an interesting lime green color. I mean, it's not a bad guild, it's just, I have never said a swear word on this channel in, 3 months basically, and that would change in about 3 seconds. So you think 100% separate channel? Yeah, I could probably do that. Of course, I have to make sure. I mean, it's not. Maybe I'm exaggerating. It's not going to be, something that bad. Yeah. I'll make sure to let everyone know what it is. And there's no guarantee I'll even do it. I mean, a part of me is just like, what I really need to do is I just need to focus on the task at hand and not be distracted by, does everything sound good? Does everything look good? Am I having a performance degradation here? Because at the end of the day, I'm there to do a job, and that job is to not suck. There it is. There is a lot of red, and it is amazing. I don't think I've put a set together with this much red in it before. I mean, the Venator had a fair amount of red, but not on this level. Oh yeah, that's good. That's a good point. And I don't want that to happen. It also could be vice versa too. So yeah, that's a good point. Nope. Thought that was green, but I guess I got the gray instead of green. And that definitely looks like the front of Slave 1. thought that was a pretty neat toy to have. Hey, Todd. Hey, Todd. I've been inventorying and sorting Legos for the last couple days. It's been a real blast. Hey, very cool. Area 56 Bricks was just talking about how he had this as a toy in the 80s. Which I thought would be a pretty neat toy to have. I just had Han Solo's blaster as a toy. I believe we picked that up from, I think it was Kmart. Of course, Kmart was a lot different in the 80s. It's basically what Walmart is today. I had an aunt that worked there for many years. At Walmart, or Kmart rather. She would score me amazing deals on Transformers. Yeah, blue light specials. That's right. So most of my big Transformers came from my aunt. My parents did get me things like Thundercats and G.I. Joe, so I wasn't a totally neglected, toyless young boy when I was a kid. But no one ever got me Legos. Oh, these red bricks? These aren't the reddish browns. It should be okay. And this one goes underneath here to help anchor this stuff in. Wow, look at that. We are cruising. These ones do? Well, they feel really solid, like, and they're not creaking like the reddish browns were. But duly noted, I will take care. Yes, Area 56 bricks. I think you're referring to the Transformers. Yeah, they were the metal ones. It seems like all the good things were made better back in the day. Transformers, G.I. Joes, Warhammer 40K figurines. Now they're just mostly plastic instead of pewter, how they used to be. Warhammer 40K figurines, that is. I actually have a friend whose Twitch channel is just devoted to painting Warhammer 40K okay, I'm reading your comment. Zim, okay, I guess that's a little scary. Maybe I should just be a little careful here. Anyways, I have a buddy on Twitch that all he does is just paint 40K stuff. I've never seen him play 40K ever. You just, okay, Constant, take it easy. I hope to see you later. If not, I'll catch you Friday. I also, I think I had He-Man as well. He-Man and Skeletor, and I had all the Thundercats. I even think I had a Thundercat tank. I think these were grandparents' toys. I got the Thundercats were. They spoiled us kids pretty good. I don't think I had Shinra though, which is a little weird to have all of Thundercats and not like the bad guy. Oh no, maybe I did have Shinra now that I remember. I did, never mind. Because he did something. Like Lino's sword popped up, and then I can't remember. Shinra did something, but I can't remember what it was. I'll exercise caution when continuing, but just the way that bricks felt, like these red bricks felt, they feel better than the brittle browns did, if that makes any sense. But like I said, I'll be sure to exercise caution because those are expensive to replace and also expensive in time, and I don't want to take the time. Yeah, Castle Grayskull. That would be pretty cool. No, that's He-Man. I don't remember what Shinra had. Now, speaking of ideas, I thought that for sure I would get The Office as a Lego set. And I might yet do it. So I think I can still buy them on Amazon for, you know, not too expensive. I can't honestly remember. The only thing I can remember is Castle Grayskull, which is, I think that was He-Man's castle that had like, I think as a toy, like the basically the part of the skull would, the jaw would kind of lift down to be a drawbridge. A drawbridge. Jawbridge. That was a play on words. Yeah, toys in the 80s were great. I don't even know what toys they have right now, really. I guess Bluey, people are excited about Bluey. I don't know anything about Bluey at all. other than he's some kind of cartoon. I don't know. Is it a dog? I think it might be a dog. Blue's Clues, right? Bluey. Am I on the right track there? I think they're teasing one of those Bluey sets or something as a Lego set that's supposed to be coming out this year. I think they also kind of teased the V-Wing, I think it was, right? They leaked some images from that one and like the box and the built set, and people are definitely mixed about it. No, it's not that one. I think some people are saying it's not as good as the one that came out a little while ago. Not as many pieces, and there's some design flaws. Like, I'm sure you all have seen people's reactions to the ARC 170 and all the modifications to make it look more like what you see in the movies and shows and such like that. I imagine there's going to be that kind of stuff going on. Yeah. Sounds like it's 100 and... Oh, I think it's like 80 less pieces or something like that than the last one that came out. Yeah, that Death Star 2 is going to be pretty big. I just wish I would have more details sooner. But I think it's just too early to really have some good substantial leaks right now for the Death Star 2. Well, I know about Jango Fett Slave 1, as I'm sure all of you all do. I wonder what the gift with purchase is going to be, though. Death Star 2 speed build? No. I won't speed build a UCS set. Or at least not anymore. Yep, you guys are now cursed to watch me do streams of UCS sets now. Well, I still have the lightsaber that was the gift with purchase for Jango Fett's, or not Jango Fett's, Jabba sail barge that I've never built out. It's still in a box somewhere around here. And that was going for quite a little bit for a while there. I don't know if the price has gone up or down, but I doubt I'll sell that, because I mean it's Luke Skywalker's lightsaber, and he's my favorite Star Wars character ever. But I think I saw it go for $250 at one point in time. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't. I'll probably sit on it for a little while, though. It seems impossible. Oh, it's because this is the bigger variation of this right here. Now it all makes sense. I'm not big in trying to sell things. Although I keep forgetting I've got a PlayStation 4 and a Steam Deck I need to sell to help pay for Lego stuff. I just keep forgetting to do it. I guess the next Lego set I'm getting is that Jurassic Park set. So the retired sets, I mean, if you can find a local place that will sell them, I would do that first, just because I think it would be a little bit more trustworthy. That's where I would say, probably the majority of my retired sets was at the minifig shop in St. Louis. Outside of that, I I have had good luck with eBay, but I have also spent a fair amount of time researching too on eBay. Like there's certain things that to me kind of show red flags. Like the first red flag is, of course, if they don't have very good reviews. They don't have very many. They don't have very many reviews either, because you know, you would if you've been selling Legos for a while, I would expect for you to, you know, have more than like 2 transactions or 2 reviews. I also look and see, do they have a lot of their other auctions? Are they like stock photos? Like I probably wouldn't purchase anything from anyone on eBay that's using a stock photo. I want to see a photo of the set, period. Like against a wall or something like that. And then another thing I'll do is I'll look and see, you know, I'll check their other auctions and see, you know, do they have pictures of other sets or whatever against the same wall, or do they have, you know, sets that are, you know, stock photos, or do they have wildly varying backgrounds? Oh yeah, Bricklink is also a good source too. So I mean, I just kind of did a fair amount of, you know, research in regards to the sellers before I, you know, made any purchases, and it's worked out pretty good. I think Zim has made some purchases off of Bricklink, and it's worked out pretty good for him. I don't know why I ultimately didn't go with Bricklink. I think maybe it's just because it didn't seem like they had really good pictures of the sets. But I could be mistaken. I purchased things off of eBay before, so it was also a little bit more familiar to me than going the Bricklink route. Either way, you definitely want to kind of vet out your buyer just to make sure you're not going to get ripped off. I've had good luck so far, but there's still some boxes I haven't unsealed. So stay tuned, folks. You'll never know if I'll open up a set and it won't be what I'm thinking. Wouldn't that make for an interesting stream? Oh, I see. Thanks for clarifying that for me, Sim. This is interesting. Okay. I guess it's like this. Being very careful. When I was looking for mine, they were pretty competitive. Holy, look at all those stickers. I'm taking this off. Don't break on me. Don't break. Well, I'm not taking that one off. That's too much work to undo all that stuff on top. All right, so we need sticker 2. Oh wow, that's a long one. I don't know. I mean, I still haven't put those stickers on the TIE Fighter yet. I really need to invest in some forceps. I forgot to get some at Walmart today. I'll have to run by the good old True Value Ace Hardware store. And get some there. Oop. I've heard soapy water. People have done that before. I'm just a little concerned about the ratio of soap to water, which is why I haven't done it. This, I'm about halfway through. Well, no, I guess I'm about a third way through stickers at this point. There's so many stickers on this one step. Still have 2 more to go. Go down just a little bit more. I think that looks good. Sorry, this is focus time for me. I should be wearing my glasses, but I think I left them over there somewhere. Can't seem to get it straight. All right. You need to be just a little higher. There we go. I think that's good. All right. Hey, Notorious is Windex. Windex is in the blue bottle. Windex seems to help me pretty good with putting stickers on. Allows me to kind of situate them better, and they stay and they look good. And that was a lot of stickers on that step. And that is step 5. Sorry, that's step 4. Now we're starting 5. So I think we're on a pretty good peppermint schnapps in the bottle that I'm spraying. No, if this was peppermint schnapps, it would be more like this, you know. Because I love peppermint schnapps, actually. My wife changed our winter trip up a bit this year. In December, we were going to, we're going to Denmark. But she, at the last minute, changed it to where we spend like a day in Frankfurt and then a day in Frankfurt, and then we fly out to Denmark, and then coming back, we spend another day in Frankfurt. So I'm gonna see if I can get me some schnapps in Germany on the way back. Yeah, Arnold, I thought that the Tire Interceptor, the 2nd gen one, was had lots of little pieces in the cockpit. Also, there were a lot of stickers in the cockpit, like a lot of stickers, if I recall correctly. And it was just, it was kind of a pain. And that was one of the sets that I ended up building at the desk, my office desk. And I posted a picture of my office in Discord today. And as you can see, there's not really a lot of place to really build a Lego set. But I made do. And another thing I don't like is that the little laser cannons on the end of the wings, they just they have a tendency to snap off real easy. Like, you know, for example, when I'm walking by and I get a little too close and I hear, you know, a piece go flying and I know exactly what it is. Man, I somehow it wasn't very many. I think there were like 22 total pieces in one of the bowls that I'm putting my Bricklink orders in, and I knocked it to the ground, and it hit the ground, and Dudley was immediately just starting to play with them, and I'm like, oh man, if he gets away with this piece, I'll never find it again. And that's why I don't like leaving pieces out. Like if I start building a bag, I'm gonna build through that entire bag, or I want to try to build through that entire bag before it's over. A couple times I thought I was gonna have to like put it in one of these bins and seal it up, but I've been successful in getting it all done before. So yeah, this is actually a pretty good example. So this is the piece I ordered on Bricklink that I wanted. See, it's a thick wall, and they sent me the ones with the thin. So I hope it's not gonna screw me up later when I do the build. Yeah, I understand completely. I didn't have that happen to me, but I don't know what I did with that AT-AT driver helmet. I must have put some pieces on backwards, because when I put the top part of the helmet on, I heard a pop, and I could hear a couple pieces jiggling around on the inside, but they did end up coming down from a gap in the bottom. These are all backwards. So did you guys notice the positioning of my AT-AT? The legs? I fixed the legs. I guess you can see it a little better there. So that is about as close to the official diagram of how the legs are to be that you can get. In the process, I fixed the leg, because one of the legs felt like it was coming apart a little bit. But I put it together without a rebuild, so. And every once in a while I think about rebuilding that, but it's the stripped down process and the sorting of the pieces is the part I just do not want to try to deal with. Hey Zim, what's your next set gonna be? Also, I do love that you have gotten into Lego a little bit since I started this, but you seem to have a fair amount of self-control. I mean, I think you're about out of helmets now, right? Oh, okay. I guess it's a clear piece on the end. I think that's a clear stud. Do I have a clear? Yeah, I've got a clear stud right there. Hey, Randucci. It's going pretty good. I think I'm right on track to finish what I want to build. Anyone else? What's their next thing that they're gonna build out, or that they're currently building out right now? Okay, looking for a grave. Oh, there it is, right there. There's the snake. It would have bit me. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, the current plan. And of course, the plans may change as the date approaches, but the current plan is for me also to build it out with my wife too, which will be an ultra special occasion because she's never she hasn't built any Lego sets with me since the Titanic, and that was in June. And she's never been on stream because, well, all my stuff has been pretty nerdy for her so far, but a Tyrannosaurus Rex from one of her favorite movies is not too nerdy, so I don't know if she will build out the whole entire thing with me. But she'll probably Hopefully she'll at least be there for the beginning. Hopefully. But you guys, Randucci, you and your wife have a pretty good setup where you guys kind of build on opposite sides of the table, and I think that's pretty good. And we would probably just sit here side by side. And we'll probably do what we did when we built the Titanic, which is, she'll build a bag, and then I'll build a bag, and we'll just rotate that. Hey, Arnold, when are you going to build out that Rivendell? I don't think it's really too terrible, Randucci. It looks sensible, and you make it work. Well, I tried to get her to build Notre Dame with me, but I think she was only there for like the first day, and then after that, she's like, "Nah, I'm done." I think this needs to go down one. Is it snapping in? I guess it is snapping in. Yeah, one of the people that's in my whiskey club that sometimes tunes in says that watching me makes her fall asleep. Which, I mean, I can take that as a compliment. Well, it's tough when you're in an airport Lego shop too, to be able to get something that you can take with you. I actually literally packed a carry-on that was empty because I knew I would be you know, getting something somewhere last time I went traveling. And so that's how I was able to pick up, like, you know, 4 or 5 sets when I went to Singapore. But I really think I should have just gotten the endurance, because it's out of stock again. For some reason, that ship really calls to me. Probably because it's a ship. I really actually like old Navy ships, as you can probably see from the pictures of my office. I've got a bunch of old naval stuff in there. Yeah, the wife and the mother-in-law did, I don't think this is the right piece, did a fair amount of shopping, and they basically did the same thing where they packed, you know, an empty carry-on to stick their clothes in, but I think they had a little bit more trouble getting their stuff packed than I did. This is the beast here. Do you guys do Lego passports? This goes, okay, it's upside down. It goes upside down. Yeah, so Lego passports are kind of like, you know, normal passports, and what you do is you take them into a store, a Lego store, and most of them have stamps. So this is the Lego passport. Oh. Yeah, you're probably missing out on a lot of points. So you go into a Lego store and you ask them, hey, do you stamp passports? And so they'll stamp them, you know, depending upon where they're at. So this West County, Missouri is the Lego store in St. Louis in 2025, and these were from the different Singapore Lego stores. So I've got Ion Orchard Mall, Sentosa Island, and then the other store. And then it's the Year of the Snake, so they gave me that. And then the airport in, I think it was San Francisco, gave me these two. So it's just a fun little thing to do. I didn't know about them until I watched Emmasaurus, who's she did a lot more. She's done a fair amount of streaming, but mostly she just does some video reviews and stuff like that of Lego sets nowadays. But she was talking about it once, and I was like, oh wow, that sounds pretty cool. Maybe I'll go ahead and get one of those, just for a fun thing to do. So next time you're in a Lego store, you'd be like, hey, can I get a passport? So this basically just kind of seals this piece up. Okay, so now we rotate all the way through. Oh boy. I mean, making some good amount of progress. I don't think I'll build Rivendell out anytime soon. I still haven't finished Verdure. I mean, you can see it's still sitting over there in its sad, partially built state. But I'm pretty sure I'll get Bag End to go with all the stuff when it comes out next month. It doesn't sound like Bag End is going to be very expensive. And it'll be a nice little thing to kind of go between Rivendell and Verdure on the other side and Bag End in between. And then that'll be it until May. And I have not heard of any great juicy things coming out in between May and October, so we'll have to see. Arnold, what shelves did you settle on? Yep, just gonna build out the other side here. You bet. I will be ordering that as soon as it's available. If I can pre-order it somewhere, like I did the AT driver's helmet, then I certainly will. But you bet, I am ordering Jango Fett's Slave 1. And that will be the first thing I build when I get back. But I'm a little sad because I think I'm about halfway through. No, I'm over halfway through my my UCS sets I have left to build out, and they just they seem to be going pretty fast now with the under 2,000 piece count sets. Like I'm pretty reliably getting done in 2 nights on you know, if it's less than 2,000 pieces. And there's not very many big sets left to build. I feel like for a non-UCS set, having builds less than 2,000 pieces just isn't doesn't have enough content to it to where I can have multiple nights. So that's going to be a little bit of a pickle when it comes to figuring out what to build next Star Wars related after the UCS sets are done. Let's see. And I can't believe I'm going to be gone for May the 4th. That's just just the way things are rolling. Okay, that looks right. Moving right along. Lasers. So let's see how this fits in. It looks like it fits in. Well, I guess it has to fit in like that. Oh, I see. These have to go in the holes here. Nope, I already popped out. This is a tricky step. All right. I got it in on one side. See what's going on with this side. It's in there, it just doesn't feel like it's in there very good. Boy, I hope that's right. This has been a pretty fun build so far. I mean, it's been nice and relaxing. No problems. I know it was pointed out that some of the pieces could snap, but it doesn't seem as terrifying as the reddish browns of the TIE Fighter. The longer ones, you mean? Are you getting IKEA stuff, Arnold, or what kind of shelves are you getting? These are pretty neat color. I love the blue. Oh, hey, cool. Yeah, those shelves were really easy to actually construct compared to the Brors, which are the smaller IKEA shelves behind me. Okay, this also goes on the bottom, but I can't tell if it's supposed to be flush. I think maybe it's supposed to be flush. I think it has to be flush, actually. Very cool. Okay, that looks correct too. Just kind of feels like the coloring scheme is a little weird, but wait. No, that's right. Oh no, that's wrong. I missed some of these on there. Oh, they actually go under. Yeah, they go under. Okay. Okay, that looks a little better. Whee! Oh yeah. Yeah, Java Sail Barge is yeah, it's behind me on the bottom shelf. Where are you what airlines are you flying on, Randucci? Jeez. 12 of these. Halfway there. Oh, that's pretty cool. I like United. I think the airline I just don't really like very much is Southwest. All right, that wasn't too tedious. What do you do for United, if you don't mind me asking? I think the next stream I'm gonna change up the latency to make it a little bit more faster response time. Oh, we actually get to work on the top of the ship now after spending so much time on the bottom. Yeah. I mean, that sounds like a pretty sweet job. Also a pretty pressure-filled job. Because I imagine if some airline disaster did occur, one of the first things they would look at is, you know, how well the plane was inspected. But other than that, it sounds like a pretty sweet job. But yeah, what I was going to say is, you know, I have the stream set up to basically do 4K, but who's really watching in 4K anyways? 1080p probably should be sufficient for just about everyone's needs. Well, Shifty, I don't think you're still around, but if you are still around, I'm building out Han. And his little carbonite chamber here. So Ranjuchi is the PR Puerto Rico. And here's Han. No jacket, no pistol. Just Han. This is a small bag. I do love the sound of Technic pieces coming together. So Puerto Rico sounds like a very interesting and yet a little scary place to live, because I think you guys are in the path of some hurricanes every once in a while. I have never been to Puerto Rico myself, but I've had plenty of friends that have, and they've had nothing but good things to say about their experiences there. Okay, it goes in the last hole here, just like so. That sounds like a pretty neat idea there, Zim. I think it's interesting that we're using these small black studs and not the blue ones that go all the way through. All right. So I guess this goes here. And I imagine we're going to combine them now. This has to be a carbon freezing chamber that we're building. I didn't even look. I'm just kind of flying through now, but I imagine it's a carbon freezing chamber that we're building. right, this looks like it's built correctly. And then it goes at the back of the ship somewhere. I guess in the first holes on the left and right. Because there's a gap between the red Technic. Cool. And a very odd orange brick boot. I have no idea the placement, but I think it's halfway through. On the last cruise we did, we went to St. Thomas and another island that's really close nearby. And just the name of it just escapes me, as does happen sometimes. And then we've been to St. Lucia a couple times. St. Martin. We went to St. Martin, and we went to St. Thomas, and we've been to St. Lucia, but we haven't made it to Puerto Rico yet. One of these days. Zim, you have some quality work. I really enjoyed your Princess Leia build. So I think you could do it if you wanted to. I mean, there's no harm in trying stuff. Jeez. That's pretty fast for backs 1 to 3. I know you've been kind of doing it a couple times just so that you're memorizing it, so naturally for you it doesn't seem fast, but to me it sounds really fast. I'm trying to get another AT-AT driver's helmet, actually, so I can put it together when I'm not behind the camera. And I do not want to strip that one down and rebuild it. Nope, I think I have that on backwards. No. No, it's not on backwards. I wonder why it just seemed a little funny. Oh, wait a minute. Do I have this right? I'm just gonna double check I have this right. I have 2 9s. These are not 9s. All good. These. I stripped it apart and didn't need to. Yeah, I kind of want to have another AT-AT driver helmet that I can just kind of build out without feeling like I have to build it out behind a camera. That's what you do when you do a speed build. You have the camera in front of you and you kind of build around it. Or that's the only way I've kind of figured out how to do it myself. And it kind of takes a little bit of the fun out of building a little bit. it's been a while since I've just, you know, built a set with like no cameras or anything like that, just to build a set. I think the last time I did that was when I built out the Christmas sets I built out. All right. Last but not least, Han goes into the cryo freezer chamber, and it's kind of neat because if you look here, they actually have like little posts for you to stick his hands into. See, he's in there. Really good. And there's the other side for detail. All right. So I guess that is going to be it for tonight. I got through my goal, which was 6 steps. So, you guys want me? Well, yeah, I don't want to build out Boba Fett right now. I'll build out Boba Fett Friday night first thing. That way, Constant Gaming can see me build out Boba Fett. So everything is really nice. I mean, it's a solid build. Nothing was complicated. There's some neat techniques. So it was interesting kind of putting these little, I don't know. I thought there would be laser things, but it might just be parts of the engine. Putting these through the holes here. There's another technique that was interesting, putting some of this stuff on. I imagine these will actually be for some blasters. Or wings, I'm sorry, these are going to be for the wings, what am I saying? So we'll be able to turn the wings. So I am really looking forward to finishing this on Friday night. So I will post. I'll post the different mocks I'm thinking of for the castle, just in case that I don't get all the Akamare parts on time. And even if I do get them on time and inventory, it's going to be a little interesting Saturday because I've never ever put a mock together before. So it's not like I'm going to have bags with pieces in it. So I have to figure that out. I think probably the first day I do it, it'll just be organized chaos where, I'm just going to have all these pieces all around in these bins. And, I'm not sorting them by color. I'm sorting them by piece type. So at least in regards to that, it will be easy to figure out which piece I need. But it's 5,500 pieces. No, I'm not dumping 5,500 pieces on the table, bro. That's way too much. That's way too much when you have cats. I might dump 5,500 pieces on the table, and the next day I'd have 4,500. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Sorry about the sound issues at the beginning. When I went, so before I went out to dinner, I had everything working. Everything was fine. Everything was great. And then somehow when I come back, the sound's not working. So I 100% believe that a cat jumped up here and did something. So Friday will be better. Sorry to have disappointed a little bit. You know, I aspire to be great and have streams that start off great, and it didn't today. So Friday will be better. Anyways, yep. Thanks again. See you guys Friday night. Have a good couple days until then.